Welcome back. So let's have a little recap as the last video. So I ended up taking and sticking a chainsaw engine in the Power Wheels project. However, there was a little bit of a problem, and that was that the gear ratio wasn't quite there, so it was a little underpowered. Also, if you remember at this point, I had surgery and now my medication was wearing off. So therefore I was really chair-ridden or bed-ridden, one of the two, and I was in a lot of pain. However, I was going to keep proceeding with my projects, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to get over a hurdle I've had, which is learning Fusion 360, specifically learning how to make gears. So in this video, I'm going to attempt to make a gearbox in order to gear it down, so that way we have enough torque, since we do have the RPMs. I'm not sure if this is going to turn out, but hopefully it does, because I'd hate to put out two videos that are failure, but there's only one way to find out. Anyways, I'm Casey, this is my creations, let's get to it. Alright guys, so I'm not going to get into details on how I built these gears. Maybe if there's enough requests then I could. But I will tell you that a calibration cube for your printer is a must. And basically I did an offset on them by 0.02 and that happened to work for me. But I did have to test it with many gears to find out. So I had to print like a whole set of the planetary gears, try it together, realize it was too tight, then redo it, realize it was too loose, and find that happy medium. But I have a lot of failures in this video and we're going to have to try to get through it, so this is about all I'm going to show you. Alright, so what this is going to do is it's going to gear it down from this 2.6 turns here to 1 turn here, basically a 3-to-1. Now, if you know anything about gears, I have the next problem, which is that as soon as I go to let off of the gas, the clutch is all the way back over on this side, which is connected to here, but the tires are going to try to drive it through here. So what I need is a clutch over here, so that way the axle can keep spinning and it's not continuously trying to move these gears. Is a one-way bearing or one-way clutch. Basically this will turn one way but not the other. I highly had my doubts on this, but I have seen these work with some high torque applications in the past, so I thought as long as I could get it glued sufficiently on the outside, it might stand a chance. Now if you're wondering why you haven't seen me do any gears in the past on this channel, one, it's a learning curve. There's a little bit of a trial and error to it. Little did I know, this wasn't even the halfway point. Real quick, I just wanted to show that I got that out. Basically, I'm going to be putting a gearbox up in this area right here. Still attached to this because that does gear it down. Alright, so I haven't even got this thing on and it's failed. I went to put a bunch of pressure on it, just testing it out, and it gave like a big slip, and then all of a sudden now it's not working at all. So what I've done is I've printed out a mechanical one. Kind of works off of a little bit of the same concept, but this one's going to be a lot noisier. If I need to get a video out, want to get a video out I should say, and I think this will work. Not my design, by the way. It's one that I copied offline, and I don't actually recommend it because without doing a bunch of filing and melting and stuff, it didn't really work the best. So hopefully it will here. As you can see, when there's power applied to this outside, which is going to be attached onto here and replace this one, the teeth will grab, but then when the wheels are turning and it's not, it'll slip. So I just turned this by hand, and I was kind of surprised because it felt like it was getting soft after it was getting harder to turn. And what it turned out to be is it stripped out this one piece. Basically, there's a key in here that should grab onto the axle, and it just twisted that through the plastic. So I do have an idea. I'm going to take and couple this to a piece of metal. One of the subscribers said that I should have rubber on the tire, and this is how I'm going to do it. All right, last ditch effort, otherwise we got snow coming. All right, so I did try it again. This thing's being really finicky. The chain fell off again. I got it back on, and I think I discovered why. Yeah, I got it back together. Gonna give it another test.
There's way too much slack in the chain. You can see it wobbling back and forth.
All right, so at this point I was still sore from surgery, but I managed to get it back together and we got out there to do some testing. However, the wife didn't want to keep going out there and she wanted me to make sure it was working. So what I did is I got the chain so that way it'd stay on, because that was the biggest issue that I was having, and I putzed around the yard with it. Now, as soon as I hit record, I took and I gave it a little extra juice, and this is what happened. I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be inside. All right, so as you can tell, this may be the next failure video. Hey, are you gonna finish editing this?
No, I'm not doing another failure video for these guys. Not again.
So what are we gonna do?
Go try again. Print them thicker. Do something.
All right, I'll go try again.
Okay.
So now that it's all back together, I forgot something. Okay, so what happened is I wasn't getting any throttle response because this snapped off. I'm pretty sure what happened is this has, right here, has a larger range of motion than what this could do. So I probably, when it wasn't running, pulled it too hard and it pulled it right off. Replace the carburetor. Yay. See you in a minute.
Did you get it breaking?
No, because you didn't tell me when you were ready.
All right, I'm not going to show you all of this, but basically this is what broke. So now inside of there's holding up, but this isn't. So now I've 3D printed these with better infill, and hopefully they will work. Look at that, even twisted that screw off. Hopefully it'll work though. I'm not going to show you me changing all this out. We'll just come back. All right, so like that, it's back together. These are now all basically like 60% infill, which should make them a lot stronger. Also, if you can see, I definitely went a little thicker on it. Now, as I expressed before,
I think the main issue is when that chainsaw kicks in the clutch, it's at a high RPM, which puts a lot of sudden torque on all these components. And one thing that I've done to help eliminate some of that sudden torque is taking off the grip. Now, I know everybody wants to see grip on here. I know I put it on here for a reason, but I'm taking it back off for two reasons. One, give this a fighting chance, and two, because this is supposed to be like a drift stang. It's not really supposed to be off-road. So I felt like that was kind of going against the grain. However, I do want to keep it on the front because you want steering. Let's see if we can do anything with it. All right, got this back together. I'm not going to take it anywhere at this point because of the fact I don't know if this is just going to last 30 seconds or not, which is how it's been doing, but at least this time we're going to get it on camera, right, Cameron?
Yes.
Okay. So if it blows everything up, at least we'll have it on camera this time.
It'll blow up on camera. Cut?
Yeah. So that's an issue. All right. So I got this from recycling snowblower. I think I'm gonna get that out. And we'll get you on there. I'm trying to figure out how YouTubers do things one-handed. I have done this so many times, I'm not even going to use the 360 because it has a high chance it's just going to fail. But we'll see. Alright, so as you can see here, got the bigger chain on. I'll have to give that a little tighten first. Now we'll see what the weak link is. Now we'll see what the weak link is. Now we'll see what the weak link is. Oh, frick.
What the heck happened?
Well,
I saw something go flying off.
I forgot to put this pin back on.
Oh.
And what sucks is I have no clue where I put it. All right, I don't know if this is gonna work, but we got a new pin, found the pieces. One went way off over there, one went down here. Yeah, it just exploded. So let's give it another try. Great.
Did something else get broken when things went flying?
My throttle's not responding. All right, guys, I've had so many issues with this thing. This is like the project that just fights you. Honestly, if it was just for me, I probably would have gave up and let it sit on the back burner for a year. But anyways, I've had all this stuff blow up multiple times. I had chain alignment issues, then chain got stretched, wanted to come off, everything else. And then I had the servo end up stop working, and I just ended up printing this out. This means I won't have a brake, but at this point, I can't even get it to go. What am I worrying about brakes for? So we're gonna give this a go and see if it'll work. So yeah, let's get to it.
Okay. Sounds like something went out.
Something again.
Something again. Sounds like
the chain came off, yeah.
Yep. I see debris.
There's pieces.
There's a couple pieces It appears something broke it in there. Nope.
Actually,
there it is.
I think I was worried about this piece. Why does that not look like the infill density that I had requested? That's interesting.
At least it lasted a little bit.
Yeah, at least it lasted a little bit. We got a better proof of concept going.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll call this the end of the video and see if people vote that I stick with this or if I move on.
All right, what do you guys think? Stick with it or move on?
So that piece not being printed out properly really bothered me, so I had to replace it and give it one more try. But I still would like your guys' vote. What do you think I should do next? I have an idea for this, and I might move forward, but you might be able to persuade me one way or another.
Hey, look, I got it almost together and realized I need to take it back apart because it needs to be screwed to this part first. That's happened to me so many times I can't even count anymore. All right, I got that all back together. I was going to align the chain up to figure out where I need this, and lo and behold, I didn't tack weld that good enough.
Rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes. Made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say. Yeah, I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never cap in space. I won't stop till I hear him say.
I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be inside. I'm officially done. No more.
All right, so with a project like this that treats you like this, there's only one thing left to do. End this video, and next time,
I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never cap in space. I won't stop till I hear him say.